Time for some TikTok tea. Yay! Today we're going to talk about Maddie Gosselin from John and Kate Plus 8 fame. Can you believe she's 20 years old now and going to college? That's crazy to me. It makes me feel so old. Dang. Has it really been that long? Her twin Kara is also going to college, and I don't see where she has a TikTok page, but Maddie does. 71,000 followers isn't that much for somebody with her kind of fame, but she's kind of low-key on there. Well, she was kind of low-key on there until Thanksgiving, and then Maddie was giving us all the Thanksgiving tea. Thank you, Maddie. It's so funny. I really like the way she did it, too, because she did it in a really clever way. You had to have been a fan of the show Gossip Girls. My daughter was a huge fan of that show, still watches the show. I guess there was a reboot or something. So unless you were a fan of Gossip Girl, you had to read the comments to kind of figure out what was going on. So if you don't know, a lot of times on TikTok, people do trends. So her TikTok here, it's playing music from the Gossip Girls episode where everybody leaves the table pissed off at Thanksgiving. So it says, I was going to make my family do this trend at dinner, but then it happened in real life. And then at the bottom it says, everything is good now, though. So I thought this was so funny. What a clever way to do it. I'm not playing the episode because it has music and then I'll get a copyright strike. But it's got the music from that exact episode of Gossip Girls. And people in the comments were just dying laughing. It's pretty clever. I got to give her kudos for this. But then she goes on to show when she went shopping for cheese. And then she shows like this beautiful charcuterie tray she made. Or you could just call it a cheese tray. Girl's got talent, let me tell you. Maybe that's going to be her thing in life. Who knows? I don't know what she's studying. She's been pretty quiet about specifics with her college education, which I don't blame her. Don't blame her at all. So this next TikTok she made was another trend on TikTok where everybody was doing, you think you can hurt my feelings? So then Maddie does this one saying, grown adults on the internet have thought it's their business to comment on every facet of my personality, appearance, and life choices since I was a child. You can't say something I haven't already heard. Okay, I totally agree with her. This is true. But who's to blame for that? And this is why I can't stand minors for content. Now, she's no longer a minor, or I wouldn't have done this story. But she's blaming people for commenting on her life when she should be blaming her parents for putting her on a reality TV show for almost her entire childhood. Because when your life is out there, people are going to comment on it. Now, she had no choice, I'm sure. She was just in it with no choice to be in it or not in it. But I don't think it's fair to blame the public for being interested when your parents put your life out there for the whole world to see and comment on for so many years. That's just how it's going to be. And the only plus side for her that I think she should probably be looking at is it's probably paid for that college education that she's getting right now. Had people never commented or been interested in her life could have been much, much different. Not everybody gets to take exotic trips to Hawaii. I think they did 2 or 3 on the show, and lots of other exotic trips. The other thing is, I've talked about this in my lives, where Pennsylvania strengthened their child labor laws because of this show. They were getting so many complaints from neighbors and people that lived around them and their family members. One of them was Kate's brother, and I believe her sister-in-law, were complaining about how many hours a day these kids were filming. It was outrageous. And I don't know if you guys remember, I don't know if it was Maddie's bedroom door, but one of them had a note on their door that you could see in a glimpse in a scene that said, "Stay out of my bedroom." And it was addressed to the film crew. Now, can you imagine growing up and having to put a note on your door to tell the film crew to stay out of your bedroom? That's just sad. That's really sad to me. So anyway, this show in the TLC got in a lot of trouble with the state of Pennsylvania, and they made them start pulling permits, limited how many hours they could film, etc., which was a great thing for the kids. Now, Kate still wants to say that the kids miss filming. I don't believe it for a minute. No, I really don't. I think Kate misses it and misses the money for sure. And maybe the kids miss parts of it, like the trips they got and stuff like that. But I don't think they miss being harassed at school and probably being bullied. And because I know this has come up over the years that these kids did take a lot of heat in school. But I've digressed a little bit, but you guys know how strongly I feel about minors for content. And I think this last TikTok I'm showing shows this is how kind of warped their mind gets. Probably when Maddie gets older, she'll hopefully realize it really wasn't the public's fault. It was her parents' fault. And I don't blame just Kate for that. John was in it too in the beginning. So, I mean, he can try to say he didn't want it, but I don't believe that. Just my opinion. I think in the beginning he did want it and did want the fame and did want the money. I think later he came to his senses and saw what it was doing. But I think originally he was on board with everything. So this is what happens when you put your life out there and then people are going to comment. And then she has this last TikTok with her mom and her Yeti cup. I guess her mom just loves her Yeti cup. Anyway, that's our TikTok tea for today. I thought it was kind of cute. Kind of nice to see Maddie on there. And she does seem to have a great sense of humor, so you got to love that. Have a wonderful night.